Now this is truly the first Monday weigh-in right here. So let's see how. Whoa. 250.8 pounds. So I got 50.8 pounds to lose because I want to get down to 200. That is the goal, and that will be done. All right, we got our first order of the day. Papa John's, 6 miles, or $6 for 4 miles. Let's go pick her up. Okay, we have the pizza in the hot bag, and we are off. 3.4 miles. Let's go. This is a leave at door.
The customer requested you leave the order at their door. They added the following instructions. Leave at my door.
Yep, $6. That's what was offered. No big deal. All right, that's the first delivery of the day. I had to go get my hair cut this morning. It was looking rough, and since I'm not Top Dasher this month, I could not get on until now. So that's just the way it is. But let me tell you a little bit about what brought me to Florida. Okay, so I was married once before, and that one, you know, obviously it didn't work out. Reasons are not important, it just didn't work out. And I had 2 boys from that marriage. But I think we got divorced around 2011, so we were kind of just coming out of that recession, so everything was really rough, man. Struggling wasn't the word. Lost my house back then, like a lot of people did, and I was living actually in a hotel for a while. I stayed with my mom for a while. I rented rooms. I stayed with friends. I was all over the place. I even lived in my car for 9 days, and I remember this being, oh, I guess there's no way out here. I gotta turn around. I remember it being 9 days because I remember every one of those miserable days. That's why. So anyways, it was a Ford Probe that I was living in, and so one time I had my youngest son with me. I went and picked him up, and we were just spending the day together, going to parks, doing whatever. And he asked me, this is when I decided I need to turn my life around. This is getting ridiculous. I should not struggle to afford something like this. He wanted a couple of rodeo cheeseburgers, which were on the dollar menu at Burger King at the time. It was just a small cheeseburger with onion rings on it and barbecue sauce or something. And I didn't even have money to buy that. I had to actually scramble around my car and find change and empty bottle returnables to come up with this money. So that was it. That was the end right there. I had other things before me that should have spurred me ahead, but this really did. And I quit the job I was at, which I really enjoyed because I loved the people. It just did not pay, man. And I had to pay child support out of this job, which was already low paying, and I couldn't afford it, nothing. Once I put gas in my tank and paid for, I think I was staying at a hotel at the time, like $125 a week hotel. Once I paid for the hotel, put gas in my car, I was broke. I was instantly broke. It cost me $60 a week for insurance to keep my me and my kids insured. I never had insurance on my car back then. I couldn't afford it. There was nothing I could do. I just could not afford it. And so he did end up getting his burgers and everything, but I got a much better job after that at a glass plant, and I did not like that job. Hours were crazy. Worked 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for a month, and then 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. for a month. The pay was great though, and there was all kinds of overtime. The insurance was really good, so I kept it for about 3 or 4 years. But while I had that job though, I ended up finally being able to rent a house, and things started to finally look a little bit better. I was still always broke, don't get me wrong. You know, my kids lived with me, and I was still paying child support because I could not afford to go down there and get that changed. But anyways, I met my current wife during this, and she was struggling a little bit as well. She had come from Florida to Michigan to try to better herself and get back on track. And we met, and we really clicked. We hit it off. We lived 2 hours apart and still managed a relationship. And once my lease was up on that house, I moved down to Lansing with her, and I still worked at the glass plant. So I was driving 90 minutes one way to work. I did that for about 6 months, and that was all I could handle. And got a job much closer, a fantastic job, and I got a lot of friends that still work there. My people down at the Rod. And we bought a home. I mean, things really were looking up. We were in really good situation, but I know she missed Florida. She lived here for 30 some odd years. And so I just told her one day, if you can get a really good job offer, we'll head down and I'll find work when I get there. And she got a good job offer almost immediately because she's got a good track record. So here we are. We decided one day, let's do it. And we got a decent amount for our home, more than we owed, obviously. Right now, you know how that is. We headed down. We sold the house. She came down first. She had to train for a month, so she was here. I stayed there, and I kept working at my job. I put in my 2-week notice at my job about 3 weeks before we were going to leave, because I wanted 1 week to try to get everything in order there. We packed everything. We sold as much as we could because we just did not want to bring as much down as we had. It was crazy. We had so much stuff. My oldest son drove the U-Haul, and me and Sheila each drove our own cars. She had the cats, and I had the dogs. It was, oh my God, it was horrible. Oh, I got another order, $11.50 for 7 miles, Walgreens. I'm gonna take it. So I will finish this story. Oops. Okay, we have arrived. Let's see what the items are we gotta shop for. Some Oreos, Cocoa Care, oh man. Kiss, Powerflex, nail glue. Man, I suck at finding this stuff, man. Huh, it said in the beginning there was 5 items, I thought. I just see 4 on here. Okay, alright, let's go give it a try. The shopping is all done, and for me, some of the more difficult things to shop for, anything to do with nails and eyelashes, and it's rough. I'm sure I'll get better as I keep going. I did at least find them, so I guess I'm happy with that, but it took me a long time because they all look the same. All right. So back to my story, and I gotta backtrack a little bit because I mentioned that I met Sheila. My wife's name is Sheila, but I never mentioned that we got married. We did end up getting married. We got married in August of 2017, August 18th, 2017 to be exact.
Turn left onto Spring Street, then turn left onto Pine Avenue.
And I'm sorry, it's August. It's something like that. But anyway, so we were both there. We both had decent jobs. She did not like her job. She was a property manager there for a community.
Take the next right onto Ferris Street.
That was not, I don't know, it was a piece of shit, to say the least, okay? You had all kinds of stuff going on there. It was in the middle of Lansing.
Continue for 3 miles.
There was drugs everywhere. People refusing to leave who were getting kicked out. She'd get threatened a lot. It just wasn't worth it. And I know she hated the winters and hated driving in the snow. And you know what? I had gotten to the point where I was sick of getting up at 3 a.m. and some freak snowstorm hit, and my 40-minute commute turned into a 2-hour commute. So I told her, I said, hey, see what's going on, see if you can find a job. So she got one of those people that look for jobs for you, basically. And they found her this position. She interviewed, and they loved her. The money is great. I did put in a few applications down here, and I had some interviews and even got hired in a few places, but I did not want to start all over in the same type of work I did in Michigan, because it was going to put me on second shift. The pay was going to be really low because I'm brand new, so you have to earn your way up to the top, and I'm already in my 50s. I just did not want to do that. So we decided we did Uber Eats first. And Uber Eats was fine, it was okay, but it was definitely not going to be something I could just do without having another type of job. So I got DoorDash, and DoorDash is great. We rent a house right now. We are planning on buying. That's going to be part of the thing that I talk about a lot on this channel, is us buying a house here in the near future. So that's it. We're here now. I think June will be a year for her, and July will be a year for me. I think I came here in the middle of July, sometime in the middle of July. And I have never looked back. I want to go back and visit. There's a lot that I miss about it. I miss my old job and all the people there. I miss my kids, obviously. I could see them anytime I wanted to back then. Now, you know, I can see them whenever I plan it. But that's also a good thing about this job, is if I want to take a trip to Michigan and visit my kids, I can just go. I don't have to put in for it and try to get the days off. I can just go. So this is where we are. This is what we're doing. We're only a couple hours away from her son now, which was another reason why obviously she wanted to come back, and who could blame her? You know, you want to be by your kid. And he lives in Tampa, so we visit them quite a bit. Well, we visit them when we can. I guess I can't say quite a bit. That was kind of stupid. But here we are. We are now Florida natives. I love it. I still have a Michigan license plate. I can't wait till we change that. That'll be next month. Because a lot of these Florida natives don't like their state being invaded. Because, man, they are getting invaded. People are coming here from everywhere, which is why houses are so damn expensive. They're building houses, like insane amounts of houses here. I cannot believe, doing this job and going all over the place, the amount of just gigantic neighborhoods that are being built. And I don't know what they call them, subdivisions, I guess, where they're huge. There's so much going on in there. They've already got hundreds of homes up and people living in them, and they're building hundreds more, and then they're plotting out land for others that they're going to build. It's crazy. The housing market here is insane. So if we want to buy a house, which we do, we're going to need to save and come up with a really nice down payment. And that's part of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Just got to keep going. Got to keep grinding. And she works her ass off. Makes really good money. And I have just started really taking off in this. And
right onto County Highway 315, County Road 315.
I have my minimum every day that I try to make. But some days I can't get to the minimum. when I have things going on. Tomorrow I got to take the cat to the vet, so that's going to interfere with part of my day. So I may not be able to make it to the minimum. Plus tomorrow's Tuesday, and Tuesdays always suck anyways. So you really gotta hump to make money on a Tuesday. Right. County Road 215.
Continue on County Highway 315 for 2 miles.
We're almost there. I'm gonna just keep you on until we drop this Walgreens off. By the way, I got 3 out of the 4 Walgreens order. There was a cocoa butter yellow stick that they did not have. Only a 1 ounce bottle. They didn't have it in any size. I asked for help. No one knew. One lady said that she hadn't seen it in there in a long time, so I don't know. I got the 2 things of nails and the Oreo cakesters. Oh, you didn't get to see my my weigh-in. You won't be able to see it until tomorrow when you see this, but you'll see the weigh-in before I tell you this. But 250.8 pounds. So, man, my heaviest I was 270 in Michigan, and now I'm creeped back up to 2. I've gained 30 pounds since we've moved here. I've done so little exercise and just ate so wrong. So that all changes starting today, though. Get myself back in gear. Got up and I ran this morning. Just ran a mile, but I ran. And the gym is going to start next Monday. I'm going to do the gym, which means I got to get up an hour earlier to do that. Because I got to do that stuff in the morning. I don't want it to interfere with my delivery time. We're almost there. 3/4 of a mile away. Here's a couple of the, I think these are newer communities, if I'm not mistaken.
Turn right onto Canyon Falls Drive.
There's one on each side, and if you go straight, there's another one, but you have to live there to get in from this side. There's an entrance on the other
Take the
side.
next right onto Canyon Falls Drive, then turn right to stay on Canyon Falls Drive.
That you can, that you have to use to get in, and there's a security guard there, scan your license, all that fun stuff. It's a gated community, obviously.
Take the next right to stay on Canyon Falls Drive, then turn left onto Falcon Crest Drive.
Falcon Crest
Take the
Drive.
next left onto Falcon Crest Drive.
Right.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Emma Lakes Drive.
Why are you taking me this way? I don't know what the hell this thing is. Did I turn the wrong way? Maybe I turned the wrong way. This might be on me.
Take the next right onto Emma Lakes Drive, then turn right onto Summit Oaks Drive.
I did something because I am a mile away. When I turned down here, I was only 3/4 of a mile away.
Take the next right onto Summit Oaks Drive.
I can't get through there. Can I? Got 2 garbage trucks here. Thank you. Alright. Another thing I
In a
noticed about
quarter
Florida
mile,
is
turn right onto Canyon Falls Drive.
the police all take their cruisers home. I see them parked in driveways everywhere. I don't think that was a thing that's done in Michigan. I don't know. How long have any
Take
of
the next
you,
right onto Canyon Falls Drive.
any of you
then
on
turn
here
left to stay
that
on
does
Canyon
gig
Falls
work?
Drive.
How long have you done it, and which app was your first one? Like I said, I started out with Uber Eats. That was because my youngest brother, that's what he does. Oh, I did turn the wrong way. What a moron. But that's what he does
Take the next left
in
to stay on
Michigan,
Canyon
and
Falls Drive.
I
then
kind
turn left
of
onto
rode
Medina
along with
Lane.
him for a little bit to learn it, and so that's the one thing that I was familiar with. So, but here in this area, you can't just do
Take the next left onto Medina Lane.
Uber Eats by itself. Where is this thing taking me? these two communities
Take the next right onto County Highway 315, County Road 315.
are the ones that I deliver to the most in this area. Once in a while, though, I get this one down here too, and that's where I was supposed to have turned. I think I was busy flapping my gums
In a quarter mile, turn right at Wright's
to
Drive.
you guys and wasn't paying attention. See over here, they're getting so many. They're building a school, elementary school. We're here. Pretty nice table they got sitting out at the road there. Kind of like it. But we ain't got room for it at our house anyway, so the house we're renting is kind of small. There's no storage whatsoever. There's not even a shed. We got stuff kind of crammed all over the place. But it's temporary and it got us here. That was what was important. We have two fantastic Mexican restaurants here. Both of them are phenomenal. One is called El Supremo and one is called La Casita. And if you are ever in this area and want Mexican, you can't go wrong at either one. I had a steak burrito from La Casita over the weekend. Thing's a monster. It's huge. It's definitely very filling. El Supremo's got some great tacos and their street corn, I guess it's called. I don't know the proper Mexican name, empanada maybe, I don't know. But oh, it's so good. I could eat just those. I could go there and order 4 of those and just eat them. They're so good. Yeah, I said 4. You don't get up to 250 pounds by only eating 2. Come on. But very good, very, very good. I have enjoyed the places my wife has taken me to for seafood here, but she has not. So I guess there's some places out by where she used to live where she says are so much better than these. I don't have much to compare it to, you know. Michigan seafood is what I grew up on, and so maybe that's why this seafood that I'm eating here is so good to me, because I've never had anything really great. So we will see. I look forward to doing it. Like I said, the places that we went to, I thought have been great. But she says, to her they're just kind of blah. Where's everybody from? I know I only got 77 of you, and probably half of you are family and friends. But for those of you who are not family and friends, where are you from? And what's your favorite type of food? My favorite type of food will probably always be Mexican. I love it. Barbecue is probably a close second. You know, Chinese is great. Italian is great. I like all food. We all have our favorites, so don't we? Spring break right now, which I like for the simple fact that there's I don't gotta worry about the school buses right now or the school zones, because in this state, the marked school zones, when they have a blinking yellow light, you can only drive 15 miles an hour through there, and man, they're everywhere. So it really, I understand it, and I'm not against it. I get it, but it definitely causes some traffic issues because everybody's doing speed limit, and they get up to this zone, and they have to do 15, and all the cars start to collect. So it does cause quite a mess, but like I said, I get it, and it's always for just a short time. I mean, some of them are only a block long. There's one over on County Road 220, though. I think there's like 3 or 4 schools in this area, so you are constantly having to go slow. So I try to stay out of that place between like 3 and 5. No, thank you. All right, we got a Burger King order, 2 miles for $5.50. Not great, but not much is coming in today, so gotta take what you get. This Burger King is so slow. I don't blame the workers. They're pretty understaffed there. Well, that has nothing to do with people wanting or not wanting to work in this case. Burger King has always been understaffed, man. They just do not hire enough people to run the restaurants. That was actually I guess technically it would be my second job because I worked at a greenhouse when I was in high school for about 10 days. I hated it. I would have kept the job. It was only 3 hours after school, but then it was 8 hours on Saturday. And I hated getting up early on Saturday and going to work all day when I was, 15 years old. I wanted my weekends to be a kid. Back then, man, it was pickup football, basketball. We played a lot of pickup. We played everything, man. I had an amazing childhood. I had a good family and some of the best damn friends you could have. And I am still good friends with every one of these guys too. We actually just had a year anniversary of one of my really good friends who passed away. And I was the first one he was the first one out of all of us to die, and it was so, I don't know. He was in the hospital and he was ill, but it still came as a shocker when I was told. It's something that I'm still, even to this moment, not 100% over. He was young, he was in his 50s. So, but I guess that's just, sadly, the way things work there. Damn, they got a lot of people here. Usually it's pretty dead. It is lunchtime, I get it. They will probably be awake. All right, I'm here. Just 1.5 miles away. And it's on 4th Street and leave it door. Okay. And $5.50, which was what was offered. Got it. All right, this is where I'm gonna leave you guys today. You got me through my lunch rush, which I made, I don't know, about 30 bucks. Definitely nothing special. $30.25, all from DoorDash. Okay, I'm gonna leave y'all. My lunch rush is pretty much over. It's almost 2 o'clock. That's all I wanted to go to, was about 2 o'clock, and it let you go with me on some lunch runs. I made $30.25 during lunch. Nothing, that wasn't bad. Well, I didn't do too many orders, so not too shabby. But thanks for riding with me. I hope it's getting a little bit better. I'm trying. It is just a lot to learn. It definitely wasn't as simple as, you know, getting a camera and bam, you're all of a sudden you know what you're doing. Because I still don't know what I'm doing. But I definitely hope it gets better, and hope y'all stick it out with me and all that fun stuff. All right, I'm almost home, so I'm gonna let you go. Everybody stay safe out there. Be nice to each other and Semper Fi.